As we are once again fiddling with things, as I forgot to before. Alive, while being alive upon the internet. As yeah, let's make sure that we are titles and everything should be okay. Set to public and bit right there and a bit right there. So yeah, let's just start with this guy as we'll go and add in that one build to the build collection. Let's see if this scene works. It does.
Agent polarity linked to weapon switching and reloading. Entering safe area.
Because I do like this thing. It works actually pretty well. Should I take this thing to 25? I feel I should. I mean, this thing specifically. What do we show as its secondary? This is very much just a rifle build. Maybe I just do it like this, just ACRSS and that thing. Or maybe we do a police for our police mark 17. Yeah, let's go with a police mark 17 just as a less clicker kind of thing. Let's put laser pointer on this. And the rest of this setup is correct. Yep, it is. Let's take this over here. Because we have one hole there basically, which we're gonna put this build into. Yeah. Okay. Keep forgetting I can't be full screen when snippeting. Yeah, let's try that again as I was highlighting one of the weapons there, so we don't want that either. Let's go with this. And then all of the. You know what? Let's do it like this. I'll just first grab everything and then align it all. And that's brand set. Seeing as weapon handling is such a big part of this thing, we're also even gonna take this part. Let's line all of this up. Actually, let's crop this a little bit closer so we can make it a little bit bigger. So that's kind of not well done. So already I should get Coyote, which is gonna go in two places. Okay. Let's get the grade 25 or grade 20. Actually, Because we can still easily change that. Let's see. See how much of the resources I have. I'll be really low on field recon and stuff. That's likely the reason I haven't. Yeah, let's do it. It's basically all of the field recon and stuff and SHD that I have, but you know it. That way, at least this build will be relevant for quite a bit. I realized that earlier as well. Also, it's not all the things. It's just a few of the things. Might as well do that now. Get it out of the way. Like else. And then the all weapon will be 125 instead. Let's also put that. And it has a grade 25 weapon. Line this up a little bit. Yeah. And Heather Mamby and Heather Wang. And I'm doing well. I hope everybody out there is also doing well on this. Again, a hot Thursday. It's a nice and relaxed day for me. Don't need to do much in the way of work stuffs, so get to play around for quite a bit today. Let's put the names on as we do nowadays with the new style. That's yeah, let's refresh this once and let's start grabbing the stats. Funnily as well, this guy now has 3 Cheska chests in his inventory. One with Spotter, one with Obliterate, and one with Overwatch from the Combat Medic. So we can mess about with him quite a bit. Snippet will just, I want to respond there for a second. Also, actually didn't snip it. All right. Why did I go into the middle? It's less skewed. So plunk all these down. Yeah. Yeah, let's resize all these. Not the background. Wait, what? It's holding control at some point, apparently. Oh, yeah, I was, of course, holding control. I accidentally dragged. Oh, wait. I did that again, didn't I? Yeah. First off, I did it again, but also this one wasn't selected at that time. Okay. Just clicking. No dragging. I promise. Let's maybe this. Well, that's fine. That's lined up pretty well there. Okay. It's gonna this one a little bit more like that. There we go. Yeah, so option wise, let's group a mask. There's an option. Mask as option. Sacrifice as an option. Should just equip it. I also want to put diamond back on picture somewhere. Because this isn't a bad Diamondback build. Though you need to set it up a little bit different to like really take the benefits of the Diamondback. Because you don't need the crit in any way. Let me catch up here as I'm in my own world there. And Amarin and Gustavo. How does this perform in a full group? Kind of like a high end. It isn't great. You know, it's no strikers, but it is a little bit different. That's mostly what this build is good for. I might actually matchmake here and there for with it a second because I haven't ran it just with randoms. Like fully with randoms. Yeah, let's go get the let's get the weapon name still, and we're gonna go give it some damage numbers in a sec. Almost pasted in OBS. 75. Spotter? I hardly know her. Yeah, that's there. But what this build really like actually does well is that M1A CQB is in its own league. It's kind of, you know, it's the old FAMAS of the like in ARs, or it's the oh well, not Ouroboros actually kind of in in SMGs and stuff, it's far ahead of everything else, but it sucks to use. So this build is actually kind of like we're taking the suck out of it, but because of that, we can use it. But then also, like, we could have just gone just the old rifle builds, or just the high-end build, you know, just Trippy's Providence with Contractors and Fox, and just a lesser weapon. Kind of got in the same way. But this feels kind of good to use. Like, it's less frustrating than a normal rifle build. And either Yox, I'll go with. Is weapon handling worth it on rifles? Rifles is likely the place that it's most worth it. Because if you can much more easily put your shots out and not have to, because one of the things is with rifles, you're also kind of concentrating on actually sending out, you know, being at the RPM. So if you don't have to kind of, if you can reduce the amount of other things you need to kind of pay attention to, then yeah, that is beneficial. And in this case, for instance, as well, weapon handling adds to the reload. So this weapon normally is a very, very slow reloader. Let's actually, like, it's good to build that has no weapon handling, but also doesn't give me a long load on the skills. So on this thing with just the watch points, that is a 2.1 second reload, but that feels a lot longer because this number is basically in between its tactical reload and its full from empty reload. Its full from empty reload is actually horrendous on the thing. So exchanging that to be a little bit lower can help out quite a bit. I didn't put the rifles at the top there. Because here it's stating as 1.9, but it feels a lot faster than that, especially because the long reload gets altered the most. I know, we just have spotter. Let's actually have the vigilance icon there as well. Not realize. Because also rifles are the only place where so it depends as well if you're on controller or if you're on mouse and keyboard. On mouse and keyboard, I feel pretty confident in, even without any weapon handling, keeping ARs and SMGs on target. On controller, some say that they have no issues with it, but a lot say that, you know, they prefer a lot of weapon handling. So, anyway, we just need this thing to be pulsed and just this set of damage numbers. So the snipping tool came in like 5 seconds later. Pulse is here always annoying. You have to kind of aim above it to pulse it, and then just looking for a clean set of numbers. That's the body shot numbers at 320 RPM, which is actually pretty respectable. To have a crit number above normal headshot number. But mostly this build is much more so just for variety's sake. Just for having something else to run sometimes. Skewed them up there. Oh, but yeah, actually the numbers as we have them there. So that's not too bad. This build does around, well, depending on if you include or don't include headshots, it's like 8 million-ish without headshots, and it's 11 million-ish with headshots. So DPS. So, but yeah, you really need to kind of have the 1A CQB for that. And that's why she without this grading on top. So this grading does a little bit more than that. Because a lot of the other weapons are so far behind of it. Let's actually run this thing for a little bit. Just to mess about with it, but yeah. That is that. Oh, actually, yeah, you know what we'll quickly do as well. What is the, what was the what was the Nightbot? So I should add this thing into Nightbot as well, because I'll forget later. So let's do that now. 2.03, because this used to be just a high-end spotter vigilance that could go glass pretty easily, but yeah, now we have this other one in there. Oh yeah, let me get you up here. I guess bonus just now. Yeah. And OD indeed does have, but OD's thing as well. Here you also are using the other, like this thing feels horrendous without accuracy and stability. So you're kind of using all parts of it. Yeah. Classic M1A. I wouldn't use Classic M1A on this build. If you're using Classic M1A, you might as well just have a, the classic like 3-piece Providence contractors. You could go 2-piece, likely nowadays, yeah. You could likely go to the 2-piece of Zvia. Still going sacrifice. Or maybe actually just glass. Sacrifice would win out. But yeah, if you're this is because to keep in mind the classic M1A's burst and sustain are especially now since the rebalances like last season we got some rebalances of rifles. Yeah, it's pretty low. It still feels good just because it hits hard and yeah, you don't need the recoil composition, but you need no weapon handling for that thing. Like reload can be handy for it, but also that's not either. Between reload from yeah, it's not well explained, but yeah, this reload time you have here is basically the in between of them. Actually, let me go to, because yeah, you can go look them up as well. So in the I'll link this in both chats. This is what I generally call the Reddit sheet, because it's mostly the people from the Reddit and the Reddit Discord kind of that maintain it, although they haven't done so recently. The new TU is not in here. But what is in here is if you go into, where's weapons? Yeah, base weapon damage thing. Yeah, here it has the data farmed. So reload speed, this is reload from a tactical reload basically, and then the reload speed from empty. And generally you will find if you compare this to in-game, although we have 10% reload from the watch, so you have to compare to not watch numbers. Yeah, the number stated in-game is basically the average of the two, is just the in-between of these two numbers. And most of the weapons, so if, for instance, in the AR category, there's a 0.5 second difference between the reloads here. With only a few exceptions, like I think, the Eagle Bearer has a difference, the SIG has a difference, I think. Yeah, the SIG has, I mean, well, not that much, but has and the CTAR has, the CTAR basically has no difference between its tactical reload and reload from empty, which is actually one of the things that we should kind of consider with it, but we generally don't, just because its damage is so low that it's not really in contention. Like if this thing was closer to like an FAMAS or something that like this could make a difference for it, that it has a tac reload that is barely any longer than its normal or shorter than its normal reload. So if you empty it out, you're not, hitting a bigger wall. Actually in rifles, it is a mishmash, isn't it? Because yeah, in rifles, one of the things is that yeah, I always remember this MDR. The MDR actually has a shorter reload from empty than it does a tactical reload. But here as well, like the differences is per thing. So some are 0.7 seconds. This one's 0.5 seconds difference. This one is 0.42 seconds difference. There's no like consistency. So you kind of need to consider this as well. Because for instance, with something like an ACRSS, I'm not always reloading from empty. So this difference being that big, I usually don't reach the end of the mag before I can reload anyway. And most of them have the same, because it's basically the animation of just hitting the you know, the thing that the charging handle. That's the one I'm working for. 400, yeah. So, oh yeah, there was a time indeed, especially a long time ago. Oh yeah, there's actually documenting reels in open format. Do you think to make it sense to put those on personal website in the future? Well, the thing is, I'm just using the just Google Drive basically. Although, well, actually, wait, do you mean you don't know because those are open. Those you can just go and just view. if that's what you mean, because they are. I'll link them in both in the YouTube chat. It'll take a second if it pops up. But yeah, that Google folder that they're in. So this Google folder and also all of the files in there. This is set to being open viewable if you have the link. So any other person can also go in here, and that's also why there's like a recommended file there and stuff. I just use this because if you mean like actually putting them on a site or something like this is my site for them. We just link it everywhere. I just sent Heartbreaker, or Blue, or Heartbreaker. Kind of depends what you want to do with it. You can go all red, but all red it is just the worst striker. It is just striker with a little bit more bonus armor, and then quite a bit less damage. It's actually not that far behind striker. Like it's 10% behind striker. Maybe closer to 50. But yeah, it doesn't do really anything particularly better at striker as red. If you start adding in a few blue cores, it can start making more sense, especially going chest and without backpack. But especially something like, so actually in the build collection I linked there's a recommended build list. Something like because this build is in there, something like the tech tanks, so 414. Yeah. Like this is what I enjoy making a Heartbreaker, using Heartbreaker for. So this is a tech tank. This is a pretty strong shield and enough damage to follow that up with. And in a setting like this, Heartbreaker competes with strikers, just because the bonus armor, you actually are effectively using it. But yeah, as a red, it's just the worst striker. Ends up the issue with it. Let's actually take this thing out and do some stuff with it. What is the targeted? Although only for a little bit, because we have 511 here. Might actually, I still want to get that chest, because yeah, we're getting closer and closer to doing the joke builds build showcase. I wanna get that one chest. So we might actually spend some time on second account today. Later on. What is the weekly targeted? Nah, nothing too great. What do we have over here? Also nothing too worthwhile. Yeah, let's just, what is the daily? It's Constitution Hall. You know what, let's do a daily with this guy. Although the thing is, for a representative sample of this build. Let's do that. Let's turn off polarity switch, because a polarity switch will make any build way more powerful than it is. So. Also, just as a secondary design, just in case I run out of ammo. Sure. Oh, we need to capture a control point anyway. So let's go capture a control point then. Does it matter? No. All of them have kind of long-ranged engagements, so we'll go over there. So let's go capture a thing. I'll keep it just each 3 directives. I want to deal with the other 2. Because this doesn't really have, without sharpshooter. So if you were to run this with glass and sharpshooter, without flatline as I have it here as well, you could have sharpshooter, and sharpshooter would give you enough ammo over time, especially if you're just sticking to cover, to actually run that. Need to being helped out here a lot by the fog, because yeah, they can't actually kind of see me unless they get really close. That's why the minigun, the guy on the minigun gave up on the minigun quickly there. Especially for a spotter build, this hits pretty okay. Actually, after, I'm not going to call them in here. After this one, let's actually compare its, although that's with a different weapon. Nice CQB on that.
Heavily armored hostile
For obvious reasons. Also, this is an RPM that I'm not that used to, so I'm kind of over RPMing it here and there. There we're also kind of helped by by the rain and stuff. Because I can see them, they can't see me. And hey, Voorhees. What's actually... Let's close that window. There's many tabs up in there.
Reinforcements en
There's
route.
also I have this in the background where I can see.
Incoming hostiles detected.
As always, they are coming from a truck. We don't know if they're coming from left, right, or center, but one thing we can be sure of is they are coming from... Rose, I don't know the joke here is just yet.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
All 3 spawn points are actually trucks here. Left, right, and center, because even on the right side there, when they're coming from there, they're coming from a truck. Let's deal with these guys first. What? Really? He threw a grenade at me? What a dick.
Vital signs critical.
I made it up.
Agent out of action. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Should try to get some of those weak points in. Might as well.
Hostile broadcast detected.
Especially the nice thing about this and what kind of feels comfortable is, I have a lot of weapon handling, so don't have to like sit there and recoil compensate the whole time. And it hits hard enough. It hits hard.
Supply room access unlocked.
Some of these. Let's not forget to resupply here. So, can I talk to you?
Low on resources.
That should be
Hostile broadcast picked up.
17 on each. Should be enough. So that's 51. I always love that voice line. It's really not 4 for the XR. Why not 5? Why not 6? I don't want to deal with cool skills. I want to have my revive 5. I don't want to deal with the ammo one for now. Generally, if I'm really like wanting to grind and stuff, we'll be on 5 directives. But then generally, either I'm running myself or somebody else is running ongoing directive for the ammo one. And also then, especially in a group setting, it's fine to run with multiple or like the cool skills. Like your revive 5 is your friends. Here, the revive 5, if I didn't have that, well, actually, we were on the defense, so the guy would have come and got me. But because more XP isn't just more. But actually, let's see if we get anybody matchmaking without Piccolo events. Likely, some people are running it without it, right? Otherwise, we'll do it with.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
I haven't actually really tried this thing in group setting, but likely this evening we'll actually give it a swing. Or somewhere during this week, but it's likely this evening I'm gonna spend on second account. 511 on a good zone. We can't let that.
Looks like the best way to take the lab offline is the decontamination protocol.
That's just a fancy way of saying
level
everything
16.
gets sterilized.
Isaac's not detecting the gas needed for the decon process.
0 directives,
They must
which
have
is
disabled the line.
Get the main
at least especially in missions, fog of war doesn't get in the way.
Open the fuel line. That should give the decon protocol enough gas to run. Looks like they're coming from the DCD complex. Whatever's happening over there, we need to shut it down.
Use my pulse for over there. Okay. What is healing him there?
The decontamination protocol can be initiated from a panel in the lab above you. Stay put once you pull the trigger and you should be safe.
See if
Top
they
floor.
know
You
the
can't
quick
miss
we're
it.
out.
It's right in the middle of the lab.
Find out now.
Virus samples
I'm gonna
detected.
go towards the quick round. See if they follow. Nope, he doesn't. It's got a problem. It's gonna be faster to just help him than to. The one thing that the M1 ACQB still does have, though, is pretty bad accuracy. Even though its stability is good, it still has a pretty bad accuracy. So, like, if you get a with that. I'm gonna share that with our friend. Could actually grab some striker pieces. He's likely in here to get some striker pieces.
I guess you could call that clean.
But even a bad weapon like that UMP would be talking some decent stats. Is going to be likely better than whatever he has.
You should be able to access the morgue at the far end of the West Wing construction site. If they haven't been disposing of the corpses properly, we could have another outbreak on our hands.
I'm gonna go for the loot here, even if this guy doesn't. I'll also take that. That can be handy for
Spread out and search for them. They could be anywhere.
our friend.
Another agent has joined your
Really does not like snipers.
I think the outcasts are using blood from an asymptomatic carrier. Someone who's infected but doesn't show symptoms. If I'm right, they're weaponizing green poison and turning it loose on the city. Destroy anything that might be contaminated.
Get our heads lopped off there. In a second, I want to inspect and see what my allies are. Always curious, of course. We'll have that moment here because that guy is not moving. You know, for level 16, at least it's mostly red pieces. Grupo chess striker for heroic missions. Yeah, this should be a Cheska, and it should just be obliterate chess because good luck getting 200 stacks. At least the Grupo with this thing. Oh, it's a crit chance one still. What does this guy have as his third stat? Crit damage. Yeah, especially not with crit damage or such. Let's see if a high end can beat some strikers. When the strikers are set up poorly. So I get the feeling that they really like their foam. I'm gonna guess they're under the impression that you need to use your skills.
Emmeline's the head of
Get
the
proficiency with
outcasts.
the...
If she's an asymptomatic carrier,
No, you
they've got an
don't.
endless supply of the virus to play with.
Agent, your route out is going to take you into the DCD research library.
Hey, while you're in there, do me a favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
It's usually when people are running form, you run it as a defensive thing. You just run it as a... You know, there's something too big in front of me to murder real quick, and I'll use it for that. And he's using it like instantly at the start. He's opening fights with it, which I'd rather just... There, it kind of worked. 3 enemies all bunched up. That's not usually what happens.
immediate medical assistance needed.
Sir, could you not stand inside of me? Also feels weird doing this mission without being Eclipse. I'm just so used. That poison is gonna get me.
Serious trauma detected.
I mean, I can't even heal for him.
The DCD's data analysis lab
I'm
is
gonna
just
stay back
ahead.
here.
See what data you can grab for Kelso.
I have enough firepower to murder all this.
Data transfer initiated.
There's no reason to hang back there. Now we're free to loot for 40 seconds. I am. Let's gonna grab some random stuff that kind of looks okay-ish for that dude. For level 16. So did they get the door here? No. Why would you get extra loot, right? Hey. Level 16 got curious there. That is a good sign. Players that look around them and go like, hey,
Transfer
what is that person doing?
You're clear to get out of there. With the lab and samples destroyed,
Yeah,
I don't
grab
think
the
the
med pack
outcasts are going to
here.
be able to do much else from here.
Thanks for getting me that data to play with.
Hostiles are moving to your
A
position.
bum rush on the left side.
Here they come. Be careful.
Most of my team is staying at that entrance, which isn't the best sign. Aw. Not that I per se wanted those flame rounds, but I didn't not want them.
How much damage you've done? I'm going to enjoy.
Just in case he needs that thing, I'm gonna destroy the... Because that's one of the field research thingies, is to destroy that lady's car before killing her. I'm gonna go over here and actually share some of this. None of it is too great, but you know. None of it is too horrendous. With the level 16 integrity. Oh. What's up? More shares? Oh, what? Did he reset the mission? I wanted to see the... do I still get the underwears? No, because the...
An agent is no longer in your group.
I wanted to see the end results. Let's maybe random match make one with this, without the global event on it.
You have left the group. Safe area detected.
Looking for something?
So we did get the daily. Right, yeah. We have Tombs as the other daily, but Tombs I don't want to do without me being Eclipse. Or without a good Eclipse there. At least a decent Eclipse there. That mission is very Eclipse centric. Yeah, let's do a random match make.
Invite to another agent's group received.
Wait, what? They canceled the invite. Huh?
Glad to see you, Agent.
They forgot that matchmaking turned on.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
East Mall. Either American history or Air and Space, but it could also be something else. Air and Space it is.
In danger.
The ramp to the parking garage looks like your best way in.
Again, a mission that I'm like, I want to be Eclipse so bad. Also, I'm just spraying too much. Don't you dare, lady. I guess this guy's full striker. Almost. I'm gonna guess that's maybe for.
True Sun's munitions detected.
Stuck in the wrong menu there for a second. That's for proficiency, likely. For Hollow Man.
Fucking shit!
We need to figure out what they're doing here. See if you can
Let's
find
go
any
for
intel
the
on their
secret
operation.
room as well. So shoot that balloon. Get this crate.
Seems like these guys are salvaging and
Crate isn't
repurposing
needed,
everything they can
but,
from this place. They're crafty bastards. I'll give them that.
I got curious. How curious. It's always good to see. And hey there, Cairo as well. And hey there, yeah. And thanks for the raid there. I'll let's do the polite thing and give a shout out. Hope you had a good stream. And
Tag
welcome
anything useful
in
and I'll send in a
raiders.
recovery team later.
And blow the shit out of anything too dangerous.
Military
Quickly
grade
do
explosive
this.
residue detected.
But yeah, thanks for sending everybody over, and hope you had a good one. As over here, I'm messing about with this rifle build. Just high end with Zwia nowadays. Trying to make a classic M1 or a
True
M1A
Sun's
CQB work,
reinforcements incoming.
Keep moving.
which usually is a weapon that just has such bad handling that you just avoid it. Even though it is the best burster and one of the better sustainers with this amount of weapon handling. So.
When you're done fucking things up there,
Keep moving. You still got 2 halls to clear.
Because here, as a spotter setup, not even like a glass or anything. It's doing pretty well. Anyway, let's destroy the second balloon. Is that even viewable? That's still kind of shy. You can kind of see that. Can you even see that thing on
Radio
stream?
intercepted.
Humanity has been
Division's on my six!
for millennia.
So cut through the planetarium. We gotta secure that ordnance.
Some of their secrets. Earth. The third rock.
That's why I go here. You can kind of shoot beyond the barrier. Still only on 2-man scaling because apparently nobody's matchmaking without polarity on, which should be the thing. Like I'm only here as well just because I want to test this thing. Polarity would get in the way, would make it.
Is the only place capable of creating and sustaining life.
How did you even get there?
We know that Mars once had vast oceans. That many of the elements found on Earth could only be created in the intensity of a
These are
supernova.
behind the.
While no other planet in our solar system sustains life.
Kind of hunting some weak points as well along the way,
Serious trauma detected.
which is gonna hurt my end results. But
You and me started as nothing more than the ash of a dying star light years away.
and even having this now, I almost feel a few of the shots that should hit just still go. Like even with whatever 55 accuracy that this build has with watch, that it isn't enough. I'm gonna go get the crate first. First we loot her, then we shoot her.
Another agent is now in your group.
So our friend here, we're killing that guy. And then just buying rooms. As one does.
The surface of Mars was once home to flowing water, as evidenced by these images. At one point, more than 3.8 billion years ago, one-third of the Martian surface could have been covered by ocean. Martian exploratory craft has sent back evidence of more recent water flows as well,
Yeah.
ranging from gullies and dried river systems.
I feel I would be happier with a
There are also mineral
ACRSS or Light 104.
only have been formed in a liquid water environment. Ice at the Martian.
Because I don't feel comfortable going for heads. Basically, one in like 2 shots just goes off
Another
into
agent has joined your group.
completely not on the reticule. Gotta catch them all when it comes to armor breaks. There's a suppressed sniper there. Let me guess, determined? Determined. Always weirded out by people that run determined in group settings, especially in matchmaking. Right? It's one of the least fun things to play alongside of. Like if you're just trying to go fast, it's understandable, but generally people aren't only interested in going fast. I'm gonna jump down there. I'm gonna get the last balloon first. Is that as we get enter the secret room. I'll hit this thing and then actually go deal with the secret room. Interesting. Like nobody went for the missile part, so fine, I'll do it. And get this loot too.
I'm setting a recovery team. Link up with them and you'll be done there.
Components identified. Suggested use. Missile construction.
They must be using a casing from the museum's collection. If they can rig it with a warhead and some means of propulsion, they wouldn't even need a guidance system to hit the White House or a settlement.
Kinda goes without saying, but if you see any missiles lying around, make sure they can never, ever be
Yeah, I think
used.
at the end of this one, I'd be curious to see how I competed against the guy that was here the whole time.
Database match indicates designation LMR 90.
Not
That would
even
be the
bugged.
missile, then. Please neutralize that fucking thing by any
I'll let
means
these guys go in
necessary.
first.
Damn it. The salvage crew just ran
Actually, oh
into
no.
those reinforcements.
That guy's
They need
way
backup.
far behind, so we'll just do it this way. You shoot that. You shoot that. We're gonna shoot those two.
Come on!
Somebody's foam grenade. Kinda worked out.
Vital signs critical.
Use my hack here.
Agent down.
True Sun's munitions factory is out of action and they
Curious.
lost a big stockpile of ordnance.
Keeping
Throw in the
that
fact that the
bow.
settlements can
Okay.
scavenge those
Well,
workbenches and
that's a
tools.
choice.
And I'd say it's been a pretty good day.
When you're doing the Habsburg with this, in this way, oh man. Yeah, you're better off with just that rolling. Like, you need that core to be red.
An agent has left your group.
Otherwise, you're losing more than you're gaining. Well, of course, you could just go for having 2 blues on that build, but yeah, it's not gonna work out really well. I want to see the end results here. Because, well, this is an True Sun's mission, so you can't really look at this. This is basically, the damage is just who hit the most weak points, which, yeah, was me. So, but on the kills, you can kind of compare, which, yeah. This ain't no striker. So.
You have
Actually, yeah, let me catch up here as well because I was scanning my own world. Config polarity.
entering safe area.
2 carnages. That will work, yeah. So then I went farming the before I got all. Yeah, you want to get the blueprints like just whenever you can. The blueprint is actually the harder part to get. Whenever it is available, you just want to go and get it. Yeah, no, you don't need all the pieces. You just need. I'm gonna guess Kyra said that. Yeah, you need one of the stronghold pieces. So you need the scope from Tidal Basin, and then you need one of the stronghold pieces. So you can always get that because you just even if it's your first week, you do once you reach Tidal, you just do that, and then go back to the stronghold, and then go back and do the Grand Washington Hill. And you definitely want to get it because sometimes it's like it's up to 9 weeks. The longest, I think, I haven't looked at it recently, but the last time somebody looked at it, it was 9 weeks as the longest route between 2 Grand Washington invaded hotels. So, also make sure that you're hiding your nemesis. You need to hide that nemesis if you have one already, because I think you did, right? It needs to be basically on a different character. It has to be not on that character and not in your stack. Then maybe just check if you already have it, because you might also already have it. It would be the crafting blueprint for it. So it's this one. So it's not in the reconfiguration. It's piled there, but yeah. If you have this blueprint, also if you actually look at the blueprint, it might actually tell you, because yeah, you do need one of the parts as well. So yeah, one of the stronghold parts. So you get the scope. Yeah, the scope you just get from Tidal, and then you need one of these pieces as well. So you can actually look at the blue, or like if you have the blueprint yourself. But check that you don't already have it. Yeah, let's clean this guy up. I'm gonna swap to second account.
Good to see you. Thanks for
And we're gonna, because this thing, I'm perfectly fine with it. It actually works pretty well. Still, the only downside is this really only makes sense, at least in a crit chance, crit damage setting like it is now. Like you can go Diamondback with it and hit just hard with the Diamondback. But in a crit chance, crit damage setting, then 1 ACQB is just like the perfect weapon on paper for this. But in practice, I might like a lightweight. It just misses too many shots. Like even when I want it to. Like, actually, yeah. Let's take us to a range for a second. Like,
I'm sorry.
let's put the ACRSS here as a comparison point. And then we'll get the second count. No, because it should be a guaranteed drop. It's not a chance thing or anything. Just with a 20. But actually, so go in the range and just to make sure, see that the nemesis isn't here. Because if the game sees it, it will be here. So if you're hiding it correctly, so you might still like have one in your stash or something, or something like that. Something forgotten somewhere. But yeah, if you don't have the nemesis here, it should just drop. If you have the other parts. Actually, I don't care about the spotting. Actually, let's go invulnerable. Just want to unload here for a sec. Although actually, I can just use the wall. That's maybe even easier. Let's just use the wall. Because you have those outliers that just make it... Because there's barely any recoil compensation needed now. Like the grouping, that grouping just sucks. Because it's the same with the ACRSS as this. And I overcompensated there. Because I need to... Like... Might have to just run it with a lightweight M4 actually. But yeah, for now, let's go to second account. Wait, do you mean you have the address here but not deconstructed? Because specifically that you have two of the parts, especially. So yeah, you need to deconstruct that one, have that deconstructed, and then have one of the stronghold parts. So even if you have address here, you need to then go and do one of the strongholds. And that can be just this week's stronghold. It doesn't need to be at the first time clear, basically. It's just doing them again. Or it might also in some way be bugged currently. Wouldn't surprise me. Only on the bird. Okay. So nor in the rules of the thing, it should drop then. Wouldn't surprise me if maybe something broke there. But I feel if there was, check around Reddit maybe as well. See if there like people have been reporting it or not lately. Just search for Nemesis in the Division 2 Discord and see if it's and set it to like the last month or something as the search range. Yeah, in this case, it's specifically about the blueprint as well. Because did the blueprints drop for you as well? I'll see what it says there that they did get the Nemesis parts. Loading up on second account. And what I'm gonna do here actually is I have a world tier 5 character. Well, first thing there I thought it was I had a hole in my arm, but it was just something red stuck to it. Actually, you know what? First, let's jump into this character and actually get our weekly. I haven't logged in onto this account. With the blueprint, yes, and other parts. The one I can. XP stronghold. Okay. Oh, you got now. Oh, okay. Well, at least that got solved.
Detected.
Let me guess.
Because yeah, it should actually be 100% drop rate. Not many things in Division actually have. Like the spawning the thing, same for in the Dodge City now, especially if you're doing it at 40. Well, actually, you can only now do it at 40, right? It's not going to be available at 30 anymore. Or is it available at 31? Actually, we should check. Actually, after the boost, it was available. It was actually there, right? Yeah. Because normally it would become available at World Tier 1 or 2 or something. It was something weird. It wasn't at 30. Oh yeah, I was just gonna get the... Let's get our SHD requisitions. Also because I'm full up on all of these resources. And I'll let us grab some of those again. You know what, I'm gonna do the same then as well. Quickly on the T.
Nice doing business with you.
Watch alts on this account. Because what I used to have on this account was main character, a world tier 5 character, which is this one. But this one as well is set up actually without having done any of the, because yeah, they're not boosted or anything. You know, unlike these ones where it's a boosted character, and this one, you know. isn't. And they haven't done, so they're kind of set up in that, like, for the bounty cheesing setup. I'm gonna take them to 40 because they're gonna have the other targeted, because if you level up without ever going to New York, you have different targeted on the world than everybody else. Or, well, basically you have the level 30 targeted. So you can actually have 2 different targeted. You know?
Safe area entered.
Does this guy have that? No. This guy is still from the Wony ages. And I have a chunk of watch points still left on them, so
Here you go.
could actually turn on the global events before doing this, just so you get extra star out of it, but I don't care enough.
What can I help you find? That was a good deal.
We're just gonna use the DZ method for that other character. They're already as well 33-ish or something, so, or they're 32 and they're gonna be 33 with this SHD requisition.
Safe area detected.
Sure, no worries. Yeah, the quest now. Well, at least at the boosted character. Or actually, well, then likely they've done that. Just World Tier 5. Like, once you hit 30, it just gives you World Tier 5, basically. So likely all of that gets unlocked. Because yeah, boosted character or DC start character with a boost did get it. Did have it. I don't remember, actually. You know, might hang on to that Overlord. Even though it isn't really a useful weapon. I like having one of every exotic. That's the only thing that I do kind of collect. It's much better than the one we had, so I'll deconstruct the other one and keep that one. And let's go to that character now. Thinking, should I keep the SHC requisition till 40 or should I just instantly do it? Because what I could do is use it on a later level. Because the kill XP becomes less and less in comparison to, like, if we're just considering min-maxing, basically. The kill XP is going to be
Safe area entered.
like decreasing as we go in comparison to our level. So we should keep this one for level 39, basically. Now spend these resources already. I'll leave this one. Because yeah, this just gives a full level at 31 and beyond. Not at 30, annoyingly, so you shouldn't do it at 30. So actually now the strat for it is, I will likely as well do another one somewhere in this week, because I have one bugged one basically where I took them to New York, so I want to get rid of them so I can get SHU requisitions there, and then we can use the points on that again. So, which is on third account. But yeah, you can get to go to 31. You basically go to the Coney starter mission, the Pentagon starter mission. Was there another actually? Don't remember. But in this character as well. So while leveling them to 40, I haven't done any of the side missions. Although I think I did one of them here, I think, just to get this control point. But that's actually better. Like, I should get these control points just so we have them. I think I did that to get the... And yeah, this character actually has a few loadouts. Including a drone build. A full one. I'm just gonna... Wait, do mementos drop? I think in the Dark Zone they will, right? Let's go try. What is the target? It's... Oh, I can't see. Oh, actually... Wait, doesn't show for. Wait. I need to like not be hovering over anything, which is super annoying to do. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. For missions, it shows it on the left as well, but yeah, the zone shows on the right. Yeah, so that's Gila, that's future, that's ongoing. So likely most people are going to be in here, so you get extra loot anyway. It's gonna be over here. It's gonna getting against the memento is gonna work. We're getting scaled to basically 40, right? Or like group scaling is active.
Access granted.
Like we're scaling to 39, but it's like acting as if we have a 40 in the group, basically, at all time.
Transmission range limited. Proximity coverage only.
Because if the memento doesn't work, then I'll go with something else. Also, I've just ran out in here, which is a bad idea. Yeah, we still have some. Because yeah, I'm 32. Once we hit close to 39, I'll just pop that. I even have 20 Darkstone keys. Might as well. Just
Contaminated gear detected.
Not even hack them. Because I did actually play this character quite a bit. So they are somewhat geared and somewhat, you know, resourced up. So yeah, we're just gonna use this to level. And then we'll have two targets available for. Well, actually, a turret and drone would be nice. I might actually still put a. One thing that this character has as well is just. I don't know, mementos are dropping. That this character has as well is. That they have all of their specializations maxed out, so we normally, of course, don't have on the boosted characters. So I put something niche-y. Well, I should just go with that turret drone build. Turret and drone are really powerful. Because also there's the negotiator tech tank. Partially as well, because that's actually the better tech tank that used to exist at World Tier 5, because you don't have strikers, you don't have bunch of other stuff, or you didn't used to. I mean, you still don't at 30, but kind of miss it. There was actually some benefit to it, especially just not having strikers. Strikers did not exist.
Landmark has been cleared.
I'll still open it.
Contaminated gear detected.
It's the one that only take one key that can drop a exotic component. I always forget where the one for this side is. Yeah, let's actually go through drone. I even have it with Empress and capacitor, so might as well. And we're graded to 20 on them,
DZ drop
which
incoming.
helps a lot as well. I don't care much about the DZ drops. They don't seem to give any like normal XP, just DZ XP. I mean, just the kills get you some normal XP.
Engaging landmark.
Get over here!
The league isn't active, so I don't actually even need to go for weak points currently.
Frag! Back the hell off! Who's that over there? Who position? Straight. Lost one.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming dark zone drop.
Correct. We're in it now.
Because also, of course, this isn't like really hard content.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Actually, what was the high end that she had? Okay, it's, yeah.
Dark zone drop has been delivered.
Trundling heavy. Is this crate lootable?
Landmark cleared.
I mean, well, it's lootable, but alright, it's nice. You know what? We're not even gonna use a key. It'll be a rookies.
Initiating rogue protocol. Contaminated gear detected.
No exotic component. See, 0% drop rate. It's gonna be up here. I'll actually need a little bit. I think I'm gonna go east. Or south. Doesn't matter if we're not getting
Rogue
extracted.
status removed.
Don't really. We're not gonna extract here anyway, ever. Somebody doesn't know how to learn how to build gear. Or well, just making builds basically. I'm gonna actually do a few videos on those, but they're still a little ways out. It's gonna be it's gonna be in like 4 videos. Most of it comes down to having an intent and then being coherent to that intent. That's also like what the first video of those is gonna be called is intent and coherency. Just having an idea and then going like, okay, how do we min-max for this idea? So, you know, if it's damage, then you know that's the easy obvious one. You just go, you know, what are the better damage types? What has good uptime? You know, and you basically everybody kind of lands on the same answer when it comes to those. Just for instance, as well, the original, like the damage builds, everybody kind of landed on what became later on the Gen 1. Oh, it's a YAL part. Okay, I'm like, what dropped there? And then the harder part, which is then going to be the second part of that, is opportunity cost, where you really actually min-maxable. You have to kind of know, you know, what all of the different ways you could do it, kind of, before you can actually spend the time to make the best version of it. Because yeah, having intent and coherency isn't too hard, even though like a lot of people still fail at the coherency part. They just have intent and then they aren't coherent to that intent. The actual hard part is the opportunity cost. Because at opportunity cost is the part where a lot of builds, you know, where going 3-piece strikers with a ninja bike and 2-piece Umbra, where that kind of falls apart. Because it just doesn't, like, there are better ways of doing that than that. So if I can get it sits with each other. First of all, just knowing all of the gear. So I don't know if you already know the Discord spreadsheet. Although actually, I think I have a command for this. Because that takes you to the Discord spreadsheet. I'll put it in the YouTube chat as well. That is this thing. And this thing has all of the like brands and stuff. So it's quite handy to have, you know, because you can go to the brand sets and the gear sets and kind of use that information to have it at your hand, so you don't have to, you know, just know everything. But also, it isn't about knowing everything. It's just kind of having a grasp on, for instance, the damage calculation as well, to know what links up well. Because ask me what the three-piece bellstone is. I have no idea. Because generally as well, some of them we just don't use at all, so nobody cares about them.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
What is intent? The intent is just what do you intend it to do. Just the initial, like, this is the idea, this is the core idea. I want to do a regen.
Landmark.
I want to do a damage build. I want to do something funky with rifles.
Hostile patrol detected.
Because most builds start as that. Like, I need this. Like, I want to do a lot of damage. I go with this. I want to do, you know, I want something solo that can do damage and can survive. That's kind of how you end up with, like, you know, either Hunter's Fury or Tech Tanks. One-shot rifle, but can't figure that. Oh, so for just having a one-shot rifle build, that's not too hard because you just need Headhunter basically together with, you know, the general bonuses. So now we have Fox, we have Zvia, we have
Detected. Location guarded by heavily
we even have two-piece breaking point. You could of course go with a ninja bike, but likely a vigilance backpack will just allow you to reach one-shotting earlier. But especially as well, for instance, solo. So the recent Headhunter Tech Tanks that I like did the showcase on.
engaged.
Those basically barely can one-shot a red to start off with, but then like the intent there was also to have a build that can kind of survive very easily. Because if you just want a one-shot, that's not that hard. You generally need the 1886 as well. If you have enough damage, you can go with a classic M1A. But then a build like that, kind of then the question later on of opportunity cost. So opportunity cost at its core is just, if I do this, I can't do something else. What is the better thing to do there? Which, like in other games, if you're like farming one thing, you can't farm another thing. So, you know, what is the best use of my time? Well, even like within video games, like, is it better for me to just go farm something, you know, especially in games that have like auction houses and stuff? Like, is it better for me to just go grind something that I'm good at and know how to grind, and then just use the resources I get from that, the gold, to just buy the thing I want from the auction house? Or is it better for me to go farm that, like maybe something low level or something?
Landmark has been cleared.
Strikers didn't exist. Like it didn't at level 30, World Tier 5, Strikers. So a lot of the brands and gear sets that they added in after, like with Wony and after,
expired.
A lot of them just were not available at World Tier 5 in the past. I mean, World Tier 5 just now doesn't exist anymore. So that's just...
Rogue protocol initiated.
Keep forgetting. It's not when I go rogue. It's when I actually open it. So at World Tier 5, you didn't have strikers. But then actually some of the newer brands, so actually X0, for instance, and actually Breaking Point as well. But like that's not that meaningful. But for instance, X0 did come to World Tier 5. Maybe intended, maybe unintended. But then also a bunch of stuff that maybe was not per se intended, like the Memento, like Capacitor, because that's from Summit, or Elmo. Elmo as well didn't drop at World Tier 5, but you could get it from exotic caches if you had one, or if you could get them. Oreo, you could downgrade, as I have here. I have a downgraded Oreo, and you could totally use that actually. But as well, for instance, Hunter Fury and stuff wasn't here. But yeah, this is basically like the full list of exotics that was available then, which as you can see is like, yeah, no Mantis, no of the other ones. LMG wise as well, it's just the Pestilence, nothing else. Here we're missing Lady Death on those. Eagle Bearer and stuff is of course available, but I didn't do a raid, level 30 raid on this guy, or downgrade thing either. So. Which was actually kind of fun about World Tier 5 because yeah, you were first forced to do different builds. That's for instance as well. And this guy, I have a high end, I have a negotiator. Like that's the two red builds that kind of worked well at that. And then yeah, negotiator tech tank because yeah, neither Heartbreaker or Striker tech tank existed, but also there's no Hunter's Fury, so actually a tech tank is kind of nice. And there is no Eclipse either, so X0 is actually was the CCR back then. But yeah, all of that no longer is a thing anymore. It's kind of sad. I was actually, although I kept saying that every season, I was like, I should go back and play a little bit with World Tier 5 more, but you know, other things get in the way.
Now detecting contaminated
You can
gear.
really per se grab these. Only the ones that can give exotic caches. I should
Contaminated gear detected. Incoming hostiles detected.
Let's stop.
should maybe just run negotiator with. Maybe just that high end with Oreo. Oh, that's why you can actually get the Ravenous and Regulus as well, so you can actually. And now, so a little bit before the thing happened with the Descent blueprints as well, you could actually get. The Descent blueprints were also available, so that was one of the ways of getting some of the names that weren't available, because a lot of the names as well weren't available. Back in the day.
Landmark has been cleared.
I like this, but I haven't got Arbor. It's not. Yeah, we just that's the reason we just shorten it to Oreo. Just the Ouroboros. Oh, actually, yeah, you're supposed to say it Ouroboros. Like you have to make it ominous. like even if you have a pee-pee skooky voice, like, hey guys, I just got myself an Ouroboros. Otherwise you go rogue instantly. And as well, one of the things, because I do that as well, I just look at other people's builds. That's where like my fascination with inspection exists from. It's just I haven't still do that. I don't do that much on stream. Just inspecting random people, but sometimes as well. Just I would, while sitting on in Haven or something, I would just sit there and just inspect people as they go by. And sometimes you do get build ideas and stuff.
Now detecting.
And that one I most likely when I was like,
Contaminated gear detected.
a long time ago. And even still to this day, sometimes I still see something that I go like, oh hey, that's an interesting idea for now.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Not getting any exotic components. The 25% drop rate is a lie. Although actually we've opened 3 so far, so this one is gonna drop it, right? Fourth one. And hey there, Salt. It's but the crime between 30 and between 30 and 40. Although actually now it's not too bad anymore, especially with the DZ method like this. It's actually shorter than the other one. And actually for a lot of people it will be a good introduction to the DZ, and also so you can kind of learn how the DZ kind of flows, or like what the locations are if you haven't done that ever. Making it maybe a little bit easier to go in after. Because honestly now, if you set up a build, which the first time will just take you like, you know, let's say an hour at most, where you just get a bunch of, or actually even less. I mean, well, if you do the, so what you can do is just have do a few countdowns and just put all of that loot into the stash, just so you can deconstruct it with, or sell it with the
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Hey, there we go. See, 1 in 4, as we did get an exotic component. we're hitting the drop rates perfectly. That's gonna be over there with the hope that more spawns over there. So yeah, once you have that gear together, you can just, because the thing here in the DZ, everything is getting normalized. What that means is basically you have group scaling up. So all of my gear here is level 29, but that doesn't matter. It's just going to be skilled kind of like as if level 39, as if like you're getting group skilled up. So you just make a set at 30. You just get some credits on that character by either doing bounties on them or just, you know, selling a run of countdowns, loot's worth on that character. You just use that to craft just whatever, and then you just go. The one thing, so yeah, the crafting station for them will be purple. Like if you want to min-max, you might want to go and get a AR or something that is high-end, because that is a big jump up in damage.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
So this one I'm pretty sure is a 2P. So,
Landmark cleared.
oh no, oh no, it isn't. So.
Initiating rogue protocol. Contaminated gear detected.
Yeah. I was gonna say we're not gonna get 2 in a row. Let's go be over there. But what I'm gonna do actually is, and let's not per se die. We're just gonna go to that checkpoint and just jump over. I will lose my
Rogue status removed.
Oh yeah. What am I thinking? You have to go all the way around. I will lose all my like looted stuff, but I don't know. I need horse balloon. If you have some kind of, you don't need that good of a build. You're like, yeah, you just set up one build one time, because it can just be all purple pieces. Just make 3-piece Providence and just like a Fenris and a something else. Hey, somebody else doing the same thing.
Exiting dog zone.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of West. Let's go south. Let's go. Because with the other ones as well, I didn't start with the build like on third account. And we still got it done in like 2.5-ish hours. But then like 40 minutes of that was getting a build together. You get free SH. Yeah. So what is going to happen when this character hits 40? They'll have their watch here instead of the grenades. They'll have full points at that point. So you can spend those watch points again, and this account that I'm on is like 7-ish K something. So I'll have like 6 point something worth to spend. Apparently, plenty of people are.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
You know what? I'm gonna go start on the east. The one thing one annoyance here is I don't want to be grouped up, because actually the kill XP drops by a lot if you do. And I don't really want to share kills. The landmark XP, like everybody that is in there still would get that, but the kill XP matters here as well.
Transmission range limit.
Which is kind of annoying, because otherwise you could do it like 4-man. You can just run around with. I mean, you still can. You lose a little bit of the kill XP, so it would take you a little bit longer. Well, you lose a lot of the kill XP, so it would take you a bit longer.
Engaging landmark.
Well, at least, you know, then you can keep each other company, kind of chit chat about the week or something.
Incoming hostiles detected. Hostile bombardier drone detected. Now detecting contaminated gear.
I have indeed been pulsed. Somebody comes over here and murders me. The thing here is especially that I have an intent here to just, you know, level up.
Contaminated gear detected.
That means that I don't really care. The only thing is I don't want to share.
Landmark cleared.
Which means I'll go back to the checkpoint here and just fast travel to the south. Because in separate groups we don't share the kill XP. So,
Exiting dog zone.
Yeah. Although, yeah, that is as where he says there as well. This is mostly a thing to do once you're kind of at a decent level. Although even at low levels, it is worth it to have all 4 character slots filled in. You don't. So here, not specifically this character, but other characters I would recycle once they're empty on their watch.
Reception limited.
Once their watch is empty, you just, you know, you kick them out and you make a new one because you just get the full points again. It is the character, it's not the slot that has the watch points, basically. So you can get rid of them. You know, you take them out back and just behind the shed and just go like, sorry, dude, bang. And that's totally not a rogue thing to do. You know what? At least we don't butcher them for their meats. But yeah, it's that part is, yeah, you definitely don't want to do that until you're a little bit deeper into the SHC levels.
Serious trauma detected.
Nah, still no.
Agent incapacitated.
Just gonna respawn in.
Vital signs.
I did use a quick heal as well there, man. Still wasn't enough.
Entering safe.
But yeah, filling up all 4 character slots at some point, especially if you play the game a lot. Like if you don't play the game a lot, not so
Proximity
much.
coverage only.
If you have some decent playtime, because it'll take you like, yeah, 2 hours-ish, 3 hours at most to like get them to a 40. But then what you get for that is a doubling of your points when you're spending them, because once you get past the 999, once you get to 1K, every point is already going to all the other characters as well. I took the long way, didn't I? Actually, if I wasn't glass, I would have survived that. But I am glass. But also I should check that there isn't a rusher standing next to me before I engaged.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Doesn't build today. Others hardware with status effect. Well, that's chance.
I'm gonna get close.
Hardware to reset pulse stance. To just reset the jammer pulse. That's not worth it. Like the Val takes aren't enough for that. At least well, did that Val? It's just not Val. Yeah. The Valtics aren't enough for that. You can go with that. There is actually some places where you can use that for jamming. But nowadays with Hermano as well, that's like... Hermano can get you under 10 seconds jamming, like by itself. Quite easy.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Because jamming for jamming's sake is kind of okay. Jamming for Val's sake is yeah. There was a time when it was kind of worth it, but that is the time back when the Eclipse backpack didn't need the full, like you didn't need a set of Eclipse.
Landmark engaged.
I'm forgetting how this works. Where's the Eclipse backpack used to work without the 4-piece. So you could just have it, and then in a build like that, you would get an extra 30% down. Without that nowadays, yeah, it's not worth it. Because back then you had then glass plus that backpack. See if we can actually complete this thing, because I keep dying, but you know, I'll blame being distracted, you know. Even that's not the reason. The reason is I'm overly aggressive with a build that is not that.
Hostile artillery turret detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark cleared.
Yeah, you know what? Just as a try out. Don't need to wait that timer there.
Contaminated gear detected.
No, exotic. Let's try the high end here and then just put a turn on this. See how this feels. This is going to be so far over crit. Oh no, it actually would do this.
DZ drop incoming. Dark zone drop available. Incoming cargo plane with dark zone drop. Detected. Location guarded by heavily armed hostiles.
It's downstairs here.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
I know I looked at that. You know, I'll follow the Isaac line. Actually, not the next door one that I thought it would be.
Incoming dark zone
DZ
drop.
definitely isn't looted much. Oh, that's another one. Yeah. Yeah, you have better things to spend your time on for now. You wouldn't want to. Generally, that's part that I was saying as well. It's kind of like past 1K, where you kind of want to fill up all 4 character slots.
Dark zone drop has been delivered.
Isn't this on top? Yeah.
Extraction called for.
Isaac always sends you the wrong way here.
Hostile patrol detected.
Oh, damn mercy.
I have been pulsed.
Engaging landmark.
It's not where I wanted that thing to go, man.
Hell yeah! Anyone else still alive?
Oreo OP also at level 30. Who knew? Who would have thought?
Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear.
That'll slow
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Actually, yeah, this feels better than the other thing. Yeah.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Hilo
Still being
almost
way
at
too aggressive
extraction
because of that thing. It stopped dying as much as I am.
Safe area detected. Reception limited. Proximity coverage only.
Yeah. But yeah, so the DZ here, the big reason is you're kind of getting skilled to 39 basically,
Landmark engaged.
and because of that, it is a lot better to be in here if you're solo. In a group setting, you can actually make it work to, you know, especially if someone is carrying you through some missions or something, because there also you can have the directives and stuff on. Solo, currently, there is really no better way than the DZ. It's basically because group scaling is active. So here, even on
Landmark has been cleared. Contaminated gear retrieved. Heavily armed hostiles guarding location nearby.
that's basically as if we're getting group scale. But the handy thing of it as well, I don't need to care about gear or upgrading gear. So you basically make something at, you know, in this case, so this used to be old World Tier 5 gear that all got level 29 to now. Do I have a circle of chest, maybe? Maybe a progress.
Shade agent has claimed the dark zone drop.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's min max here for a second. So I saw the circle of mask. Yeah. That one. This looks a little better for what we're running. Because also, yeah, you don't need to care about upgrading gear along the way or something. You just make a build at 30 and just run that to 40. Because all the way up to 30, well, till we end at 39, basically, this is just getting scaled to 39. Making for it so that you're also like pretty easily geared and just, you know, you don't have to constantly be picking stuff up. Because outside of here, you don't have that, of course. Like every few levels, you do need to consider upgrading your weapons and stuff like that. And that takes time as well. You know, over a run, even if you do it quickly, it's going to be 10 minutes. Just, you know, modding weapons and stuff and just...
Hostile patrol detected. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Drone, come with me. The other way.
Keep cover.
Ah, no, in the Windsor.
Grenade!
Easy drop claimed by H8 agent. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Powers in the guns. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that the things we're kind of discussing there as well. You might kind of end gamey stuff. For now, just yeah, get a few builds together that you can rely on. Kind of try to become good at positioning and learning the missions a little bit, and you know, doing the dailies and the weeklies, getting some exotics in, getting as well, yeah, just working on your blueprint tool, and keep going and starting on your proficiencies, because proficiency is a long grind.
Contaminated gear.
But you do want to eventually have all the blueprints, so while we're doing some control points and also doing your invaded missions and stuff. Getting all your specializations maxed out as well is kind of nice.
Landmark cleared.
Why are 3 of these hit? Let's actually go, let's go east. And then we're making decent time here, even though I'm dying way too much. That's just me talking.
Location guarded by heavily
Also,
armed
dying doesn't really
hostiles.
matter. It just loses a little bit of travel time. Let's go east. Let's see if that one's quieter. Oh, then that's. Oh, yeah. Although, yeah, if you have one, you can downgrade them. You still can, right? Like I can still downgrade them to whatever level I'm at. Because Oreo as well. Over time, if you you'll become like, I feel I'm pretty comfortable now with the incursions. So, yeah, you just keep doing them. For instance, there as well is a good reason to have multiple characters eventually. Because instead of one chance, when it came out as well, like I had 4 chances because I have 4 characters on my main account like geared up. So instead of the 1, I had the 4 right away.
Transmission range limited. Proximity coverage only.
But 4 is also, you wouldn't want to do 4 because you want to keep
Agent
one
has
slot
claimed the dark zone drop.
for watch alt, which I don't do on main account.
Hostiles guarding location nearby. Landmark engaged.
Also, here it's hyenas. I mean, it's gonna be another faction as well.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Should run memento.
Serious trauma detected.
Pay for that!
Vigilance isn't needed here, but memento might be nice.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh. What's Ayusa?
You have received an
I
invite to
don't
another
think
agent's
this
group.
guy understands how the system works.
Hostile blinder firefly detected.
I don't want to group up per se. The kill XP goes down by a lot. I'm just gonna let him get.
Contaminated gear
But
detected.
he was engaged with this.
Landmark cleared. Now detecting contaminated gear. Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
It's gonna be on that end. There is more than enough for 2 players in spawning. And actually as well, if there was actually a lot of players, it spawns more and more. So.
Exiting dark zone.
I'm gonna go for that one, kind of being the furthest away, also being a 1. Kind of guessing that guy might go for the 2.
Reception limited. Proximity coverage only.
Oh yeah, actually yeah, you can't now anymore, right?
Extraction
So yeah,
called for.
this is now a rare item. Because yeah, you do need the high-end bench, right? Which you're not gonna get till 40 anymore. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Should maybe have more reverence for this item.
Engaging landmark.
Keep it together.
Though I wonder if you still can get... You likely still can get Elmo. Just from enough level 30. Because you can still do the DC start and just farm level 30 caches basically. It's likely still in there.
Now detecting.
But also capacitors actually as well. Okay enough for this. And you can...
Almost within range.
Actually no, that doesn't...
Landmark cleared.
Capacitor might actually be in the same... Because yeah, capacitor is also actually post-lonely. Not even gonna open that one.
Helo is on site.
I'm gonna guess that guy's extracting. Maybe he was kind of spooked by...
DZ drop claimed by A-Shade agent.
How far are we? 35 and a half? Yeah, also. We always have to show this.
Expired.
This is a... It's not real. Oh, what? I should never noticed this before. The character doesn't stand on the ground. It actually stands on the thing. Wait, what? Why is that part real and the rest isn't? What? I would have assumed that the whole thing is basically like just doesn't have a hitbox, but the feet definitely have a hitbox there. What? Be gone with you, demon table. Here be flashbanged. Yeah, no, it's so thanks for poking in.
Extraction called.
Something closer. Let's see what bizarre world is this. The bizarre world that this is in is that I'm level 35. That should give away what I'm doing here. I'm not in the DZ to DZ. I'm in the DZ to just get this character to 40 as fast as quickly as humanly possible. Although actually, as quickly as humanly possible is a different way. As you just do that by, you know, having 9 friends and then actually technically 8 friends nowadays, because yeah, you can do the starter parts of Pentagon and then the starter parts of Coney. Get to 31. And then you need, you know, at that point you can do your SHE requisition, go to 32, and then you just need like 8 missions worth of getting carried through a Lincoln. So yeah, if you have 8 people lined up for that, you could just be basically instant. But of course at that point as well, that's like 8 people helping 1 person. Which, you know, it isn't per se the best way to spend time. Oh, the thing here as well is I'll get a few exotic components out of it. So far we've gotten a 1, which is, I think, karma for my last run where I got like 7.
Contaminated gear detected.
At some point I should just make, or there likely exists a map, right, of which of these is 1P, which one of them is 2P.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Not in there. Although it's one of those things as well. Over time, you just know. Becomes second nature. Cheesy indeed.
Hilo was headed
As
back.
often is the case. That's how you know I'm actually a
mark.
Dutchie. Is yeah.
Contaminated
Doing
gear
cheese.
detected.
That's close enough.
It's basically what the Dutch are known for, right? Doing weed and doing cheese. I feel it's weird that we have never combined the two. Might be very dead here, yeah. We're just sitting in that dead pulse for like a minute, but also I wasn't expecting a dead pulse. Doesn't matter though, we'll be back in that fight in like 10 seconds.
Entering
I'm
safe
playing like
area.
way too aggressive. Oh, hi.
Transmission range limited.
Why was somebody
Proximity
rogue
coverage
there?
only. Rogue agent nearby. Hilo is headed back.
I'm gonna assume they're just rogue from a crate or something and just go.
Landmark engaged. Enemy patrol detected.
So I was spending way too much
Now
time
detecting contaminated gear.
fumbling with my
Retrieving contaminated gear.
turret there.
Landmark cleared.
Drink.
Contaminated gear detected.
Saw the other guy and I instantly went for the crate there.
Enemy patrol detected.
Clear the landmark, right? Oh yeah, that's actually.
Serious trauma
Please, sir, madam me.
Approaching from the flank.
Thank you.
Agent incapacitated. Agent deceased.
Right. Use that to fast travel. Oh, actually, let's go there.
Safe area detected. Reception limited.
Level 30 already, yeah.
Proximity coverage
This character,
only.
I actually like. This used to be my old World Tier 5 character, so they actually have a few loadouts saved up, and yeah. They have a. Actually, yeah, you can't get these anymore unless they change it, because even capacitor, like you could get one by downgrading one. Elmo could come from crates, from exotic caches. Because even Scorpio,
Extraction
you need
called
it
for.
to downgrade because your Scorpio doesn't just drop. Vindicator as well. Although Vindicator will likely still be available from the Descent store. A few items that will not exist anymore really at level 30 unless you had them. Memento, I'm not sure. Memento, I think maybe just you could get from exotic cache. Actually, yeah, you could get that one from exotic caches. Ridgeway, you could also get from exotic caches. And BTSU was year 1 anyway, so just Bloody Knuckles and Rugged. Why am I keeping... I mean, it doesn't matter if they're level 29 or 30. Deconstruct that one. But I don't have an Eagle Bearer or Ravenous or Regulus 30. Because I didn't do...
Extraction helo. Almost within range.
I didn't do the raids on this character or downgrades. You know, other ones. Isn't there like a hole just up here? Well, so this thing is getting hit. You know what, let's just go be over there. Or maybe they got aggroed from me shooting above them. Actually, it looks like that. Yeah, isn't this way faster? To get to... Well, not that one, but this one. Because you would need a high-end crafting table. That they moved that now to be at 40, so I don't see them actually addressing that. Although as well, I mean, this is overkill.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Hilo is returning to base.
This is a one key.
Landmark has been cleared. Contaminated gear detected.
Alright. Not one from there. Let's see if we get one from here.
Now detecting contaminated
Hey,
gear.
I got one from there. Exotic components. Also, what is this weekly? Or daily or weekly or whatever. Ah, yeah. Dark Zone East. Yeah, we're gonna get that then. Anyway, we have one level saved up in there as well. So basically, whenever we hit 38 and a bit, I'm just gonna pop that and take us to close to 40, and then we'll finish up at 40. Is this one? You know, let's still pick it.
Rogue protocol initiated. Contaminated gear detected.
I've recycled my skills ages ago. Oh yeah, remember that part where I said, hey, maybe I should put a memento in this. Maybe I should. I don't know, what was that even the highest one? We have to min max. Fine.
Hostile patrol detected. Rogue protocol deactivated. Now detecting
In DZ,
contaminated gear.
we do get... Because basically what the game is doing in the background is acting as if there is a level 40 in every group. And even if a person is solo.
Hostile patrol detected.
So we do get mementos, but normally you wouldn't between 31 and 39. Which I think still is the case, right? Outside of here. Actually, I think it's close enough. We'll reach it in time. Good day. It's been so much here. Oh wow, that is 43 to 45 is indeed. That's barely livable. But yeah, good thing. Modern convenience. I almost got through that word. Yeah, modern conveniences exist.
Contaminated gear detected.
Over here it is like it's gonna be. I think the forecast is 27 degrees, which also already is like too warm. Like 40. Yeah. I feel that's just at that point you just stay home. Just airco up.
Detecting additional hostile
I
contacts.
have been pulsed. And I think it's just that guy.
Hostile defender drone. Detected. Helo almost at extraction zone.
No, different man.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Alright. Oh, is this a group of two? Looks like that.
Helo arrived.
They go rogue. I'm just gonna run
Enemy
the rest.
patrol detected.
I'm not here to fight. I'm here to make love to NPCs, not to fight with rogues. Oh, it still isn't complete. What? Oh.
Landmark cleared.
Let's maybe go be on the other side of the map. In there. Because it is actually annoying that group scaling, like if we are in a group, we don't get this. At this moment, I'm getting kill XP as if I'm level 40, basically. We're getting the same amounts. The second you group up, that drops by quite a bit. You still keep the landmark XP as the same, but yeah, that kill XP dropping to like 15% of what it is. That adds up pretty.
Leaving talk zone.
But yeah, let's get this character to 40. Kind of curious as well. So one of the things is if you never go to New York, so if you don't do a New York start or never actually go to New York to with that character,
Location nearby.
you actually have a different set of targeted loot. You have what used to be the old.
Proximity coverage.
There's also
only.
projects wise and stuff. You still have the old World Tier 5 style projects, but also that targeted loot. So you can have two different targeted loots on the map, basically. And of course, you can exchange characters, so or like exchange worlds between characters. If
Hostile
you
patrol detected.
either have friends, or in my case, I can dual box if I need to, and just
Engaging
pass the world along.
contaminated gear detected. Enemy patrol detected. Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Come here. Die. So I should have my turret down.
Vital signs critical.
Sorry, could you be chained? Okay. From rags to death. that worked out for me.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
His armor broke at the exact right second.
Landmark has been cleared.
We could try going south again. Maybe as well.
Exiting dog zone.
What? Roga manhunt? Okay. You know what? Let's go west again. Let's go be up here. One of the funny things is with the longer heats, even like where I live, Because generally, aircos are actually really uncommon outside of like
Transmission range
actual, like,
limited. Proximity coverage only.
outside of actual big buildings, basically. Yeah, let's take the other one. But yeah, it's still becoming more and more common for people to actually just have home ACs as well. Because generally there isn't that many long, like there aren't long periods of like high temperature. But it's becoming more and more common.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
And yeah, for obvious reasons as well. It's not like it should be a surprise. It's almost when they said that, yeah, the climate crisis is a
Enemy
crisis.
patrol detected.
Turns out it is.
Go for a cigarette.
Why can't I?
Said it.
Why is there no cover here? Okay, there is. Just didn't wanna.
You're going down.
Let's just fall back.
Fuck! I can't see.
Serious trauma detected.
Hoping his backpack doesn't just accidentally hit me.
Landmark engaged.
Got you, Agent.
Man, this is about the worst case scenario for this landmark.
Shut up. Shoot.
I kind
Fuck you.
of enraged it, but
Try to flank.
it's a whole firing squad up on the ledge there. Let's go and find a different angle to approach from. Now a second wave here, so might as well actually get that set up.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Come on, let's go. You're giving the orders now? This guy.
Hostile blinder firefly detected.
They're moving over flank.
Come here, Corporal Jackson.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
And who needs to be in the optimal range of the Oreo?
Landmark has been cleared.
Did I get that 5th crate? I did. Some DZ XP out of that. Apparently I'm 13.
Contaminated gear detected.
No, is that a component? That. Yeah, let's go get. No, let's go get that one. No, double back for the other one. If I can do this, and say here they did some quality of life updates and also increases the drop rates. Alright. Yeah, for myself, I'm kind of done with that game. I'm gonna reinstall it tomorrow, likely, just to record kind of my thoughts on it, because apparently a bunch of people want to know my thoughts on it. So I'm like, you know what? I've said it so many times now. I'm just gonna turn it into a video and just, you know, go away, shower. But yeah, it definitely isn't a game for, like, at least it isn't a game for 37-year-old IKEA. Like 20-year-old IKEA would have been all up in there.
Engaging landmark.
Let's kick some ass. Can't see him.
As well, I mostly enjoyed my time with it. Yeah. If I want that to stay mostly, I need to not go into the end game.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
But also that's fine, like not every game needs to be for every person.
Landmark has been cleared.
Because just as much as it's okay to like things, it's also okay to dislike things. Screw it. I always forget what a crate on this end is. We'll get him next time. It's likely I will revisit it at some point. Just like I will
Landmark engaged.
some other games. Because actually likely kind of depends. Likely not next week or maybe already next week. When actually either Warframe or Destiny. I want to kind of I never really so with Destiny I did a little bit of like reaching what like when the grind starts on Destiny 1. But actually in Destiny 2 I never like really got that far. Same for Warframe, where I never really reached the end game. Mostly because I kind of restarted twice and just the second time I just didn't have the... It didn't grab me enough. Really need to... Yeah. That grenade they placed there is actually well placed. I should actually be Technician. The extra skill tier here with momentum. But in this build isn't like this one itself. So I'm not gaining much from sharpshooter. Next time we're at a
Landmark cleared.
At a checkpoint, we'll go to the White House real quick and get Technician. Which will likely be now. Ah, there. You gonna send me to the checkpoint real quick? No? Okay.
A nearby agent has gone rogue.
Oh,
Rogue
oh,
agent
sure.
detected. Immediate medical assistance
Ah, come on,
needed.
do finish me. Come on.
Agent down.
Okay, thank you. It's much
Agent
faster.
vital signs 0.
And running all the way back to the checkpoint.
Safe area detected.
Let's go get Technician. Wait, that was the guy we had in East a second ago. These guys gonna be annoying? Because if they are, we'll just leave this for later. Because yeah, there are always people that just want to be annoying. Do I have AR spec in here? I must have right now. Actually, I mean SMG spec. I don't. Not that that makes a big difference, but yeah, let's go east again. These guys are not in east. I want to be in east. And here they go. Oh well, actually, saw you earlier. Actually, you know what? I'm retracting that one. Well, actually, did I see?
Access complete.
I think there was one is there. Oh, August 1 is a new season there. Yeah, I mean, that's a timer, right? For when its season ends. I'm curious to see as well what they might do with, like, what their season plans are. What a season means to them. Because, yeah, we do have the battle pass and stuff, but are they gonna... I'm gonna guess they're gonna add characters per season. I mean, they have a bunch of, you know, they can add a normal character and an ultimate basically every season or something.
Reception limited. Proximity coverage only. Engaging landmark. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Depends if they spawn from the building or from the truck next. Right here, oh, is normal.
Serious
I'm
trauma
not gonna spawn
detected.
from anywhere else. Blow that thing up before it blows me up.
Contaminated gear detected. Landmark cleared.
You know what? Why not?
Initiating rogue protocol. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Not that we're keeping any of that currency.
Extraction called for.
I'm not close enough. Although it actually started firing, so I was close enough. Luckily it missed.
Rogue status removed. Landmark engaged.
Thank you. This one is open.
Contaminated gear detected.
That guy is now spinning in his grave.
Extraction helo almost within range. Landmark has been cleared.
No, I'll just go get that one. 37, almost 38. I know, once we kind of reach the high points of 38. And then,
Helo is on site.
still have the SHD requisition available, so we'll just use that for the last little bit.
Enemy patrol detected.
Take me!
Who's over there? Why is this guy
Enemy
just
patrol detected.
standing here with a healing drone up? He's just chilling, DZ and chill. Literally. Well, likely that's the guy that's been going around getting all of the crates. lagging behind.
Contaminated gear.
Oh, why there? I'm stuck for a little bit. Wait, why is there a rusher just standing there?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
That guy was so useless, they made him a rusher and he couldn't even do that right.
Hostile defender drone detected.
Oh, okay, it's a defender. I was gonna say, he's getting his own striker drone out. We're gonna have a striker drone fight.
Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Landmark cleared.
Oh, it's there right now. Thing is so much in the dark, you can barely see even where it is. This one too. This one too. Let's look at this thing. I might just try south. I wouldn't mind actually getting a few chests along the way. Oh, it's there. Even this one is looted. Although this might have still been me. It's gonna be over there. Almost 38. Which is good as well because I have like another 40 minutes at most before I need to go get ready for some work stuff. But then of course I'll be back in the evening afterwards. What is optimal range?
I can bring justice.
I was just sleeping in the back of that truck. Oh, for once I ran out of ammo.
Contaminated gear detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Luckily they gave me some. Oh, yeah. As we're supposed to call it, I Oreo'd myself. Which in that case is completely the truth. So I'm even running the Oreo.
Hostile volunteer drone detected.
Now's our chance.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
That was the landmark. I want to care about. I should go be up there.
Landmark
I think both
cleared.
of those are exoticable, right? Is that a word? Exoticable. Feel it isn't, but it is now. Because you have 2 crates up there, even though you really only have 1 zone. Let's grab some ammo while we're running through this. Also, always a fun thing to do in the DZ is actually have something that is like a big shot. Oh, sure. I feel this should just call in extraction as well. The funniest one, there was a time when you could get specialization weapons into, or like specialization ammo in the DZ. If you hit this thing with attack 50, it just, yeah. It made a sound. It made quite the sound. You know what I feel you should be able to do? You should be able to stand here. Do I have the bell emote? Hold on. Wait, you can't emote in this zone? Without calling it in? Weird. Yeah. Can't bring up the emote thing. But yeah, I feel you should be able to whack it with the one we got from Christmas, the bell. Hit the bell with a bell. No, that one's opened.
Engaging landmark. Contaminated gear detected. DZ drop incoming. Dark zone drop available. DZ drop incoming.
Oh. But I had more
Immediate
time.
medical assistance needed. Electronic device detected.
I haven't picked up the comm here.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Look, I don't care that we don't have a final destination set up for them. They can't stay here or they're dead. So, I want the wards evacuated in an orderly fashion. Don't give me any backtalk. All it will take is one change in the wind and we'll be knee-deep in DC-62, so get moving!
Landmark has
Stole
been
some of
cleared.
these things.
Incoming dark zone drop.
Ooh. And there. The sneezes. Well, whenever nowadays when I put
Contaminated
too many
gear
fans on
detected.
myself, just likely they're just blowing dust around, right? So,
Dark zone drop has been delivered.
let's go with that one. Avoid the DZ drops; they don't really contribute to what we're doing here. But likely as well, 2 more. These 2 landmarks will likely be enough to reach the point where we can pop the, say, shield requisition and B40.
Heavily armed hostiles guarding location nearby.
I need a good fat meal, but I think I need a nap as well after I get the work stuff done. Before evening stream, because on the evening I think I'm gonna spend some time just seeing if we can get that darned 511 chest. Which is a weird thing to be farming for, but, you know. It makes sense if it makes sense. Not that it makes sense, but it makes sense. You know? It's not sensible, but it makes sense. No, those guys are not from the landmark. Please.
Landmark engaged.
Is that what else popped up? If it was there? Choose the DZ. Just loaded.
Now detecting
Yeah.
contaminated gear.
Yeah, somebody definitely looted up all this.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Not even. It's not even the landmark, people. But there is just.
Contaminated gear detected.
There's a turret on the edge. How do I deal with that? It's not on the ground. I can't kick it. What do I do? Smart as the AI sometimes is, it's sometimes also very dumb.
Landmark cleared.
Isn't there another one there? Back to where we came from.
Hostile patrol detected.
I'll cover you. Change med.
Now detecting contaminated
Yeah.
gear.
Not gonna go grab that. Let's go be over there.
A shade agent has claimed the dark zone drop.
Have they now?
Detected. Location guarded by heavily armed hostiles.
Is this right here? No. Off. Off a ways. So.
Hostile defender drone detected.
Never seen this here. Well, I'm not in a normal DZ, as you may have noticed. I'm not getting murdered in the face over and over again. I'm level 38 on this character. DZ nowadays is one of the better ways of solo leveling a character from from 30 to 40, just for watch odds. So it's not the real DZ. We're not fighting anybody here. But also, actually, if I were to run into anybody, I would likely be able to murder them anyway, because I'm much better geared than most people can be, even. On this character, this used to be my old World Tier 5 character.
Damn. Almost back that
So
agent.
there's actually,
You will pay for your crime.
you have access
Come
to
on.
a bunch of toys.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh, it's the rare one here. You don't see this one that much. Unless they fixed it up, like with the bounties or something. Because mostly it spawns them more in the back here. But here, we're just doing landmarks, getting kills. The kill XP is really good in the DZ. You get basically the level 40 kill XP amounts, which helps quite a bit. And then the landmarks as well are just pretty good XP on top of that. And they're of course decently easy, being
Contaminated
the
gear
DZ.
detected. Landmark cleared.
How close are we? Right. So we need just one more landmark because we have this still saved up here. I'm gonna use that now, going from 38 at that level to 39 at that level. And likely that will be enough. That hard one there. I mean, not likely, that's gonna be more than enough. And I'm saving that one for later because, yeah, the amount that you get from the kill XP versus your level starts to become less and less as we go up, so thinking it's best to save that one for as late as possible, but then still getting the full value out of it, which was there.
Hostile
Where?
defender drone
Or
detected.
what?
Helo almost at extraction zone.
Oh, do you mean about 1st of August being the new season? Yeah, that was about First Descendants. Division is a whiles away, right? I don't have access this season here.
Helo arrived.
But definitely not 1st of August because we still have we have 3 months basically. 3 months minus 1 week. Like 2.5 months actually. Because yeah, there's 28-day thingies.
Engaged.
It's the second time this guy has just gone landmarks question mark.
Serious trauma detected.
Which I don't know what that means. There's another rusher just downstairs waiting for me. Oh, hi. Dude, don't invite me. I don't.
Invite to another agent's group. See getting up. Immediate medical assistance needed. Dark zone drop expired.
So I'm gonna get enough here from
Incoming hostiles detected.
I will need to kill XPs as well, but you know what, I'll even let him get the trait there. If he wants to.
Helo is headed back. Now detecting contaminated gear.
2 hugs in one landmark.
Detected.
It's 40, right?
Landmark cleared.
Oh wow, okay. Literally like the 2 kill XPs I needed. We'll just find the patrol. I'm gonna head towards that one, and then if I get a patrol, I get a patrol.
Contaminated gear detected.
Because yeah, I'm I mean that circle is full, right? Come on. Come on.
Yo, bro, do you hear me?
Yo, bro.
I'm gonna just let them fight. Because I don't want to group up that affects kill XP quite badly. So that's one of the annoying things, because this would be much more enjoyable with just 4 of us running around. Although we still might do that and just do it that way, giving up the kill XP. Or maybe if there's a level 40 with us, but no, if we have a level 40 with us, we're going to get dragged into the level 40 DZ. Because one of the things here as well, this is a level 30, like 31 to 40, or 31 to 39. This is this guy. That's enough.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
And I'm level 40. And actually, my DZ instance is changing here.
Echo. Vanguard left you a present. Follow the breadcrumbs to claim your prize.
From what I was into level 40. So let's get out of here before I get murdered. Yeah, now this is a much more active DZ suddenly.
Exiting dog zone.
Toss all of these.
Extraction helo.
Route
And-
directory compromised.
That's actually
Subroutine. Unlocked and synchronized. Additional encrypted subroutines detected. Synchronization in progress.
Wait, why are we getting the full cutscene here? Like normally you don't get that on much else. Oh, also yeah, so it's showing me as SHT level 1, Let's actually jump to the White House. We need to log out and log back in. And that will give us our real SHD. Actually, does a fast travel fix it as well? Might. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do... I'm a baby! But then, yeah, we'll log out and log back in, and then I'm not such a baby. Turning this gal into a watch alt,
Area detected.
but then also, I still have that invite pending. But yeah, this character as well was kind of... Really? There's a summit tutorial? I never even knew.
Warning. Unauthorized network access detected.
So we have the bounty cheeses, and yeah, this is a different targeted than we have at normally. So if you've normally leveled the character or before this with completing bounty, if you complete bounty, you get a different targeted than this. Which, you know, for instance, it can be handy for a day like this, for instance, just rifles and gloves here. I would much rather be on this world than whatever, like, than whatever that one is. Let's actually power 13 caches here. Some from project, some from leveling.
What can I help you find?
Okay, that wasn't too big of a... That's a nice thing now. Solo, you can just get through it and just... It isn't the biggest grind. Checking if anything is actually 40 in here. Might look at them. One of the caches will have had 40 here. The rest of it can go. And then yeah, I'm going to keep the... I'll likely farm up strikers for this character just to have strikers on them.
Warmer.
Oh,
Cold.
Let's go fix this up.
Ooh, getting warmer.
Shut up, Anna.
Ooh, red hot.
Welcome home.
Not sure where this is going.
Apologies for the shock treatment back in New York, but we had to make sure you were ready to join us. I'm not sure where your loyalties lie, since you've killed me once already. Kelso is confident in your abilities, but
yeah, for watch alting, like, solo. There is, of course, in group settings, there are faster ways.
So, I put together a little test to see if you're ready to see how deep the rabbit
But especially this, if you spend... Actually, I'm going to have a video on it in a few days. So
you will understand
it's going to be, like, not the next one, but the one after that is going to be about watch alting and the methods now.
Lost.
Hercules.
But especially if you're just doing a watch alt and you just want to do it solo. Yeah, DZ method is now like
Full subroutines unlocked
about as
and
fast as the
Integration
old
complete.
group skilled method. So we had to sit there and listen to all that. So might as well get some of those watch points in. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Happy I selected one. There we go. Because one of the things is, though, if you do it this way, you do need to do a DC start is actually likely the best way to do it. So you do the DC start with that character, get them to the White House, and then do the boost to 30. That way you definitely keep the SHG requisition project, which you would want on your alts. So if you're going to do that, do it that way. So just starting not in New York, because if you start in New York, you have to actually finish New York to get that project back. Which, yeah, you can better avoid. But then, yeah, this especially is kind of handy. Because, yeah, also here, and yeah, we can have confirmation here. So Aegis is here. Breaking Point is here. Likely Cavalier is also here and X0. But all of the other seasons things are not here. So there's no strikers, there's no And that means that actually, yeah, that's the reason we have much more like weapon types and like gear slots, which is actually the thing we generally want, like from targeted anyway. We have a bunch more of those because a bunch of the brands and stuff are missing from this one. Because basically everything from, so, because yeah, Cheska's missing, Grupo's missing, and then like Walker's missing, Bellstone's missing, Empress is missing, Usina is missing. Browsers is missing, Habsburg is missing, and then actually these four are here. So Electric, Lengmo, Palisade, and Zuia will be here, but then same here, so no hotshot or anything like that. But then you can of course just target for them if you need to. Although I think in the there are some people were pointing out it doesn't drop in countdown for them either. But of course you can have like actual characters that you can go farm for them basically. Because this already is kind of nice. Just for, you know, having a separate targeted. Is kind of the reason I did that with this character.
Here you go.
Let's leave them with this, because yeah, they have a bunch of level 30 gear in here. I should make a choice, or well, level 29 actually. That's all of the World Tier 5 gear beforehand got turned in this. Should make a selection of what I want to keep and what I want to toss, because some things as well we can't get anymore. Like this level 29 X0 is ungettable. And yeah, a bunch of the weapons and stuff will be hard to get. So we'll make a selection, we'll keep something on them. And then likely we'll have it be a build that we can kind of just transfer to the stash and have other people, other characters on my account just grab it. Or we might just keep it in their inventory, just use them kind of like a mule like that. But I would like to give them a striker, although maybe not even give them a striker. I would just exchange the world. Because if somebody else joins on me, I leave with this character and then I join with like the main character of this account. That's exchange the world. Oh, is it slot again? God damn. Yeah, I indeed. Yeah, Martins was right there. Your retargeted is the summon. I would very much say countdown. If you're farming for the gear. But yeah, for instance, the reason why I do want to have it on the world, because bounty cheesing can be profitable in other ways as well. So, but yeah, Summit definitely isn't up there loot wise. Even in a, because yeah, the thing is as well, solo it's actually really bad for loot. In a 4-man group it's a little bit better, but still not to the degrees of countdown runs. Let's get the main character of this account. I have like another 10 minutes or so. Let's make sure the global event is on. What is it? So this is a normal character 40 or level 40 character, and yeah, their targeted here is completely different. So yeah, we can have 2 different targeted now on normal. Solo. Yeah, especially solo. Like Summit is okay for loot in a 4-man team, just because it spawns more things, and that just the loot system is mostly based on getting as many kills, and then having higher veterancies and stuff matters to it as well. So that's also why the countdown drops that much. Like it is mostly elites, and then like, you know, and a lot of them. Yeah, I could make that 20 minutes. Let's maybe just get a DCD out of the way. Although actually, yeah, let's make sure the global event is on. Global event, not league. Oh yeah, I still need to do the league on this character as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh wait, isn't DCD one of the league ones?
Agent polarity affected by weapon switch and reload.
Oh, it is. Usually then we'll leave it for later. You know what? Who's gonna... Let's just go do one random mission. I wanna just eclipse something before we go.
You have received an invite to another agent's
Glad you
group.
like him. And they're, you know, I find them useful myself, so... well, we still get DCD. But we'll likely do it again. This evening, I'll do a league as well. Yeah, we haven't done that yet on this account.
Into that terminal and get us some intel.
So if they eluded this, they did.
Agent polarity linked to weapon switching and reloading.
3.
Connection established. DCD data stream enabled.
Spawn when that door gets
Alright,
opened.
let's see what we've got. There's an active lab on the north
just open it
side
from
close
this
to
side.
you. Your first priority should be to shut that down.
Okay, well, just do this one mission that
Coming from the
gets for me.
looks like the best
For
way
the
to take the
afternoon,
lab
I'll be back in the
offline is the
evening, of course.
decontamination protocol.
That's just a fancy way of saying everything gets sterilized.
Isaac's not detecting the gas needed for the decon process. They must have disabled the line.
Hit the main fuel line in the basement. That should get it flowing again.
Curious to see what my allies are. Both of them
Open
have...
the fuel
One has
line.
one blue core,
That
the
should
other
give
has
the decon
2.
protocol enough gas to run.
They're in the basement. Emily, don't be pissed.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
There's 3 directives, so I get to use both my skills here. So that's... I know, they're murdering fast enough. They're definitely, like... At least one person is shooting the right polarities, because that's generally what that actually means. It's very easy for no damage to happen at all if people are constantly in their own polarity. Here I am shooting the wrong polarity, but that's also just I want to shock him. And disorient him and do all that kind of cool stuff.
The decontamination protocol can be initiated from a panel in the lab above you. Stay put once you pull the trigger and you should be safe. Top floor, you can't miss it. It's right in the middle of the lab.
Virus samples
And this
detected.
evening we might actually make use of that character now. I was just gonna set him on fire and still
Another
run
agent
into
is
him.
now in your group.
Apparently that's not what we're doing. Striker with Fenris. Why are there no mods in here? That's odd. Didn't save it correctly. Hey. Ninja bike for 2-piecing striker to a 3-piece. It's not even the 4-piece striker. And then 2-piece VIA for 3-piece weapon handling and not using a rifle. And then a Fenris chest. That is actually objectively a bad build. Just because any other choices you could make there would actually get you ahead of that.
You should be able to access the morgue at the far end of the West Wing construction site. If they
3-piece
haven't been disposing of the
improvised
corpses
for
properly, we
crit?
could have
What?
another
What was
outbreak
that?
on our hands.
I want to better look at. Because yeah, Fenris chest should be a Cheska chest. There is no way to beat a Cheska chest either with Fenris or Grupo, especially not when you have graded weapons like that. Like it's not that big of a difference when it's graded or not. Plus, on top of that, he's running he's running Optimist, Perfect Optimist, where so he's even diminishing the effect of that. Because of that, he could have had Cheska. His weapon damage will be lower, so we gain more from it. But yeah, the other guy, 3-piecing Striker in 2024 is like, what are you doing? Did you miss literally ages of the game? And then this one. Fenris, like, this guy does not understand what crit chance is and crit damage is. Because, yeah, he's going all in on these. And he's like, okay, I'm getting to the max to the crit damage. This is like one of those builds where you talk about opportunity cost because Contractors exists. Fox's Prayer exists. That beats, these two pieces get beaten. Just even in this build, just Contractors and Fox's Prayer would beat those pieces like easily. And then you put in a Cheska piece. And a Grupo piece. Because high-end builds are kind of a solved thing. Like, there are no mysteries there anymore. Like, there's a bunch of variations that you can put in.
Emmeline's the head of the Outcasts.
But
if she's an asymptomatic carrier, they've got an
like
endless
three-piecing
supply of
improvised
virus
is
to play
just
with.
Agent, your route out is going to take you into the DCD
it's just
research
I wasted
library.
my time.
Hey, while you're in there, do me a favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
You would think they would know better at the SHDs that they're at. Not that the SHD means a lot, but still, yeah, they also have like thousands of hours of playtime. I was expecting them to kill that part faster than they did in the end. Bullet gun.
The DCD's data analysis lab is just ahead.
We have a global
See what
event
you can grab
that
at Kelso.
affects your... Oh wait, is that this guy? Okay. Is affected by your... He's just pushed a button. Come on, you're 18k. No.
Data transfer initiated.
Really? You've never... Gotta be kidding me. You guys have never seen... At 18 and 11 and 17k, you guys have never seen the quick version here.
What the heck?
Wow, wow. Imagine being this bad at the game. Guys, yeah, usually as well. It's usually not just the build. If the builds are that bad, the rest of it follows as well. But they're enough to like help me reach completion here.
Data transfer
Oh, they're clanmates even. Wait, the clanmates and that guy didn't push up to help his other clanmates?
Destroyed. I don't think the
What?
outcasts are going to be able to do much else from here.
Thanks for getting me that data to play with.
Hostiles are moving to your position. Suggest an egress through the courtyard to avoid getting boxed in.
But yeah, we have a global event on that is reloading for us on kill. And you need to reload to swap your polarity. And somebody's running bullet. You know. Luckily, they're only 18. Okay.
Here they come. Be careful.
There. Enough negativity about our allies. They're still doing enough damage. At least they're like full of mostly reds, and then just, you know, they are actually somewhat in the right polarity here and there, it seems. Nothing else. Periodically. Destroy my hive. Sledge the last wave. That guy ever not AFK? He just went AFK and just he had to go let out the dogs. Or his stove was still on. Or maybe he had a medical emergency. It's gonna do one of these. It's been a while.
Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
Not always.
Entering safe
Plenty of,
area.
you know, especially low levels being, you know, when they have good enough builds. The thing is, for a lot of these, trying to, because that's usually the thing that causes them is, you know, they want to be unique, but unique isn't always useful. And also unique, like, if you want to go be unique, there is unique ways of playing, like Umbra, like Negotiator, stuff like that, that actually impacts the way that you have to play a little bit. But just three-piecing strikers and just making a worse striker, or, well, not a striker because it doesn't have the stacking mechanic, but just making a bad red build at that point. You might as well just, you know, just run a purple, run a 511 build. Like the 511 build I have on this character, if this had obliterate especially, I could beat that guy, like, on damage. Like, run something like this then. If you're gonna go for something off-brand, actually go off-brand. just make something silly. And yeah, that's why sometimes as well, like, we've had plenty of like low-level players, and then they have, but especially, yeah, I'm quickly disappointed in a level 18k that, like, should know better. One would hope. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there because, yeah, I'm out of time. So I'm gonna send everybody from the Twitch end off on a raid. Let's go see if we have anybody available. So I'll catch up on some of the last ones. Someone showing the wrong blazers. Yeah. Yeah, once you have it's going. Although as well, scale builds in group and stuff. But also just doing the mechanic, actually doing the mechanic on a crit chance crit damage build works really well. Just doing the thing it wants you to do. You bring a lot of murder to the universe. Oh, for once I have actually more than one person available. That's nice. Yeah, let's go with metal as we rated GC last night. So we will send everybody to metal, who is doing some open world stuff by the looks of things. Yeah, they're just somewhere in downtown East. And yeah, I'll be back in the evening in 4 hours time. we'll continue on. I want to actually farm. Actually, might try out using that character a little bit for bounty chasing, but I might start off actually farming a little bit of 511 for that 511 build, which is was on screen a second ago. And because I still want that obliterate chest, and yeah, we have a good zone for farming this evening. So, or well, today when it's being on West Potomac. So let's go see if we can get that chest maybe. But yeah, that's for the evening. For now, I'm gonna send everybody over to ATX Metal, and I'll be back in 4 hours ish time for a little bit more of the Division. Also, yeah, tomorrow I'll likely do the same of afternoon and the evening stream, but then actually Saturday I won't be around, as I'll be working the entire day, so as I'll be on location, so no stream then, just as housekeeping. But yeah, I'm just gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna send everybody over to Metal and enjoy it, and as always, have a good day.